There was a time above, a time before. There were perfect things, diamond absolutes. Things fall, things on earth. And what falls is fallen.
Bruce! All right.
Hello everyone, welcome to the JLR Podcast Network. It is time once again for the podcast episode What's This? Today it's a trio. It's myself and Smari. Say hello to everyone. Smari.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure you're there. And Egill as well.
Hello, everyone. This is how you say hello, Smari.
Yes, Smari, that's how we do it. I know it's obvious.
Hey, I said oi.
Or, well, it works. So, three of us, once again, for the second time. And, but this time, Egill. You are the one you're introducing again. You last time you did the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and this time you're introducing another film once again, and to me and Smari, or Smaller and I suppose. I have no idea how you're supposed to say it. Never mind. And anyways, you against us. What is the film that you want to introduce?
It's funny that you say me against you, because the movie that I want...
I don't know why you said it again. It's not like a... You know.
The movie that I want...
What is the movie?
Yes, the movie that I want you two to watch is Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Wow, Smart is really excited about that. I'll just ask, like I usually do, why do you want to introduce that film to us?
Because... much like when we watched Star Wars The Last Jedi, this movie is dumb, and it is there's so much to analyze in how, wrong it is made.
All right, so
I personally...
Yes.
I personally had... I want to tell you, when I watched it the first time, I went to see it in the theater because I was going on a double date with my friend.
All right.
And I was like, I didn't really care. It's I'll see whatever movie, I don't care. And we were spending time in Reykjavik. We went bowling, and then I had
for those who don't know, Reykjavik is the capital of Iceland.
Anyways,
Whoa.
So I had some drinks. Because I heard that the movie was bad, but I didn't really care. But I was like, all right, I'm just gonna have fun. And by the third act of the movie, I was the asshole who was laughing out loud in the theater.
Okay.
At moments that were not supposed to be funny.
So it ended up that way.
Yeah, so the movie, during dramatic moments, I was laughing out loud in the theater, and it was probably annoying a lot of people.
Did you get into one of these weird looks?
I didn't look around to see how other people were reacting, but I was just enjoying how dumb the movie is.
Okay. It's kind of funny that this is the second time that it's the three of us, and equally the second time that someone is introducing a bad film, and then hoping we think it's bad as well. But
yes.
Here's the thing. You say you're the only guy that's laughing there. Do you think the other people in that cinema, or that movie theater, whatever you want to call it, Do you think they were they would disagree with you? They actually were liking the film, or have you actually heard from someone who likes the film?
For like, from my perspective, most people realize that it's a bad film later, but it's like I realized it during the film.
Right. You
Like
were
I
ahead of
have
the
not
curve.
seen anyone. I've not heard from anyone whose opinion I value
Okay.
that has tried to recommend this movie to me.
So, okay, let's just get to the one of the things that I really want to do this with you is that for some reason, I on my Twitter page for my podcast, I follow everyone who likes a tweet from me. It's just been my
yeah.
standard. Like you like something I did or said, I'll follow you back. For some reason, I have shitloads of Zack Snyder fans on my Twitter line. They can't stop ranting and raving about how great the Snyder Cut is going to be of the new Justice League film. I haven't seen any of that stuff, obviously, but I've heard some really
I
weird...
have seen.
Yes.
I have seen Man of Steel, which was the first movie in the DC Snyderverse, whatever they're calling it.
All right.
Yeah. Have either of you seen that movie?
I have
I
not.
have not.
And you have not, Egill. So it doesn't really... You would say it doesn't really matter if you see that film or not.
Yeah.
I don't know if it matters, which is why I'm curious to see what Smaure thinks, because he has seen it. But from what Smaure has told me about Man of Steel, I don't think it's gonna matter.
I see.
Because the funny thing is, you said that in about some people being when they see Batman vs Superman for the first time, they're like, "Oh, this is pretty good," and then later they're like, "Holy shit, what was that thing?"
Mm-hmm.
Because that's kind of my opinion of Man of Steel. When I saw it the first time, I thought, "Hey, this is cool. It's Superman. He's fighting," and then like later on, you just think, "What the fuck were they thinking?"
I see. Because I'm kind of debating with myself. You know, last time we did the Rise of Skywalker, I watched all the Star Wars film like a complete maniac. But in this case, it would only be... I would really only have to, if I really wanted to prepare myself for this film, there really is only that one film that arrived before. There's no connection to the other DC films, right? I don't think
they were trying to like rush out these like DC cinematic universe, movies like they did with Marvel, but like
exactly.
They really tried to rush it. So they started with the first Superman movie, then right out of the bat they did it with like a crossover between Batman and Superman.
Yeah, that is why they threw Batman in there from the
and
from
then
the second
like they
film.
did, and then they did Suicide Squad, which nobody really seemed to know if that was supposed to be a part of the universe. And then there was Dawn of Justice. Like we're probably gonna get way more into it after you've seen the movie, and then like it'll be easier to explain why this was like a failure from the start.
Yeah, so I think I might actually allow myself to watch the Man of Steel film, just to get another I guess another observation of Zack Snyder's work. I mean, he did the film. What is he well known for besides these DC films? He did
300.
300. That's
300.
What is your opinion on 300?
In memory, I've liked it.
Yeah, I think most of us
I think
did.
like it's very stylistic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
but the thing is,
that. Yeah.
I really haven't seen enough Zack Snyder to judge him. I mean, there's 300, and I think I liked it back in the day. I never saw Watchmen, by the way. Was it any good?
I remember liking it when it came out.
Okay. Do you think it still is a good film, or?
I think there's definitely a lot of scenes in Watchmen that work. The thing about Watchmen and 300 is that is Zack Snyder adopting essentially a comic book or like someone else's screenplay. I'm
Right.
doing in quotation marks.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this, like Batman versus Superman, that was like him trying to write the script himself, or like he had more
Right.
control that way.
I
So
see.
I think that sort of demonstrated that he is a competent director, but as when it comes to like storytelling or like writing a story, I think he is not good. Or at least in evidence, he is not good.
There's this thing about the Justice League film that have either of you seen that film?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so what I've read from these fanatics, I don't want to call them fans. I want to call them fanatics instead. But so he was making that film, and then tragedy happens. Right, he loses his daughter,
Yeah.
which is just, for a guy who has a daughter, is just horrifying to think about. And the project, it changes. There's a new director, and the studio is meddling in with how the film should be made. And then all of a sudden, now he's back, and he's going to completely reinvent the film. Like, it's just like a special Snyder cut coming out soon. Should be completely different from the original Justice League, right? And so,
Yeah.
like I said, so many fans celebrating this. And I honestly, this might be another case of what the hell are they seeing that I'm not seeing? Like those Rise of the Skywalker fans that were just talk about, really thin-skinned people. But anyways, just yeah, I'm really gonna try this time. I think I failed too early to have an open mind for Rise of Skywalker because it immediately just annoyed me from the start. So I'm gonna try to be really positive, have a positive attitude about this film, and see if that is torn down quickly or not. Because who knows? This might be the one where we might disagree.
Maybe you will become a Zack Snyder
Zack
fanatic.
Snyder fan. Maybe I'll join them, and they're like, "Yeah, this guy's a genius, man." But yeah, I mean, I do wonder, why is he so popular? There must be a reason. Is it just the style, the cinematography? Is it the way he's? Did he do Wonder Woman?
No idea.
He
Wonder
did not
Woman,
do
no.
Wonder Woman.
So that's the one that's been called the most successful one so far of the DC films. But he did not do that one.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
See, I never. Yeah. So the reason why I didn't see Batman versus Superman, main reason for me is Batman for me was done. It was such a. Like, we've disagreed on this, but I thought that trilogy, Dark Nolan, the Christopher Nolan trilogy was just perfect for Batman, and like, there's no reason to bring him back. Those are my, basically, like, the original Star Wars films are for me. Like, those
Yes,
are my.
there was a
films.
reason. There was a reason to bring him back.
There was a reason. What was that?
Money.
Well,
Money.
if you're going to be that cynical. But yeah, okay. So that's obviously, he's never going to be retired. That's just not going to happen.
Obviously not.
But
And also, like,
for
they're
me-
making a new Batman movie now with
Yes.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, which is not going to be connected to the Snyder thing.
No.
Yeah.
That's just its own thing.
I
And then
have
they made
no
a
idea
Joker
how
film
this-
that was not connected to the Snyder films, not connected to the Suicide Squad Joker. This is really weird decisions that they're making there. Is in Warner Bros., right?
Yeah, it's Warner.
Yeah.
But I mean, I cannot fault them for allowing the Joker film. That was a really good film. And did you see it? No, Aid, you still haven't seen it.
No.
Yeah.
Not the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes, Joaquin Phoenix. So we might maybe that's a good film to watch someday. But
Smaure, did you see that the Joker?
No, I have not seen it.
wow, it could be a double. I could introduce that film to you, to the both of you. See how that goes. But okay, so I mean, why do you? Okay, I'll just ask you, Aid. Why do you think the film failed? First and foremost, is it the script? Is it something similar to Rise of Skywalker? Script-wise, or
it is definitely the script in the
Okay.
sense that, like, the way it's written. But I also think it's edited, like, almost out of order.
almost out of order?
Well, it's like it because like there's scenes that happen and then like it's really difficult to explain because I don't want to spoil it, of course, but you will notice how like a scene will happen and then, you know, go into the next scene and then you ask yourself what was the point of that scene? There's a lot of that sort of thing and it makes
Okay.
me wonder if like the movie was like edited out of like maybe there was a much longer movie that made more sense, but was edited down.
You know, it sounds like people are saying that Snyder got screwed by the studio, you know.
That's what a lot of
Yeah.
his fans
Yeah,
say.
that's the fans saying that, right?
Yeah,
That's their
because like
opinion.
he can do no wrong. It's
Yeah.
always the studio's fault.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind. They can be fans all they want, but when it starts to become this, you know, the thing that's really bothering me is the people, the comic book purists saying, yeah, but The Dark Knight was nothing like the comic books.
Yeah.
So fucking what? Can you not appreciate really good art that the Dark Knight trilogy is? You're so upset it's not following some fucking, you know, storyline that's based on the comic book. It's just like, ugh.
Which also to mention, like
Yeah.
the comic books are like really varying in quality. Like there's great comic books and there's some garbage comic books out there.
I never was a
Not
comic book fan
not
of Batman.
just like not just in quality, just like tone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also.
Well, I mean, like I said,
Whoa,
I'm-
yeah, that
yeah.
speaks to another problem with this movie and with
Okay.
sort of the DC, this sort of DC stuff
Mm-hmm.
is that, so it's Batman versus Superman. And obviously, I've not seen Man of Steel, but I believe this is a problem there too, and it's a fact that it's a really depressing Superman.
Yeah,
A
that is the
depressing
case with Man
Superman.
of Steel.
Which, so this might just be this is definitely a personal taste thing, but I think Henry Cavill is a fantastic actor. I love him in The Witcher, and I think he is, is a really good casting choice for Superman. However, and here it's the problem with the script again and everything like that. Like, yeah, this Superman is so fucking depressing, and without like going into spoilers, it's just like it's bad. It's bad.
So it's. Do you have? Okay, here's another one. You have more problems with Superman than Batman. Do you like the Ben Affleck Batman?
I think he's fine in the movie as like the acting is fine, but well, like the script and the scenes are the problems there. But him acting as Batman is fine.
Okay, because there are a lot of people that are like, you know, Ben Affleck is by far better than Christian Bale. Like, I find that really hard to believe. But maybe you know, if you're saying he's fine, and I don't know, maybe he's not that bad then. We'll find out, I suppose. But yeah, script. I wonder why these movies are getting, you know, with the quality of some of the writing in Hollywood, because there's really good scripts out there. I wonder why the big studios don't notice when a bad script is going around.
I think it goes to Smar's point earlier, which is
money.
money,
Money.
but more importantly, it's money and impatience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have to get this out, get it out now. Well, that's what happens with, you know, video games and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
When
Because
things
people
are
like
not finished yet, and yeah.
Yeah, because people often like forget how long it took the Marvel stuff to sort of like
Yeah.
start and begin, and then like catch
what-
momentum and stuff like that.
And here's obviously, and this copycat league, like, why not just let them do their franchising thing, and you guys just stay on your lane, making it the
No,
old-fashioned-
Johan, we need the money.
It's such an annoying thing.
Do you see that mountain of money? We want some of that.
I still can't believe that I'm still thinking about that stupid Han Solo film. If I had, that because I didn't know, I hadn't seen the animation, the cartoons. That's why I didn't understand why all of a sudden Darth Maul showed up as a gang leader with a weird
Spoilers,
spell.
Johan.
Gives a shit. How can you spoil shit? It's already it's already bad for you.
Now I will say one thing.
Yes. Any good thing?
Maybe.
All right.
It's been a while since I saw this movie, and I was like thinking about it. I don't remember that much about it, so me and Smari, we're gonna watch it together,
Yes.
Yep.
and it's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm being really cynical about my memory of it, and maybe it's better than I remember. Who
So
knows?
it would be really funny if if all of a sudden you were opposed to your prior self. Like, actually, it's
Yes.
not a bad film, and then all of us together, all right. Well, this will be interesting. We might actually, I mean, it could be one of those, like Skywalker thing when we're all just completely, it's agreed, it's shit. Or we might get various opinions on this film. Who knows? I think we should just find out as soon as possible. All right. I don't think. Is there anything else? Smart. Any other questions or?
Nah, I want to go to this film like as blind as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll watch Man of Steel just for the heck of it. It's only one film. It's not like those 8, 9 Star Wars films that I had to watch. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Anyways, I think that's that then. We'll put this thing on pause, and then when we're back,
Pause.
we'll
Pause,
talk about.
pause.
Wait a second. Then
What?
when we're back, we'll talk about the film with spoilers and everything. All right, you guys ready?
All right.
Pause.
Pause,
Now
pause,
pause.
pause, 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 pause.
Mr. Wayne. Mr. Wayne. Clark Kent, Daily Planet.
Oh, my foundation has already issued a statement in support of books.
Sir?
Wow. Pretty girl, bad habit. Don't quote me, all right?
What's your position on the Bat vigilante in Gotham?
Daily Planet. Wait, do I own this one? Or is that the other guy?
Civil liberties are being trampled on in your city. Good people living in fear.
Don't believe everything you hear, son.
I've seen it, Mr. Wayne. He thinks he's above the law.
The Daily Planet criticizing those who think they're above the law is a little hypocritical. Wouldn't you say? Considering every time your hero saves a cat out of a tree, you write a puff piece editorial about an alien who, if he wanted to, could burn the whole place down. There wouldn't be a damn thing we could do to stop it.
Most of the world doesn't share your opinion, Mr. Wayne.
Maybe it's the Gotham City in me, and we just have a bad history with freaks dressed like clowns.
Boys, Bruce Wayne meets Clark Kent. I love it. I love bringing people together. How are we?
Lex,
Hello. Good. Hi. Hello. Lex, it is a pleasure. Ow! Wow, that is a good grip. You should not pick a fight with this person. So, after all these years, we finally got you over to Metropolis.
well, I thought I'd come drink you dry.
Well, you're welcome. You should out the harbor more often, though. I'd love to show you my labs. Maybe we could partner on something. My R&D is up to all sorts of no good.
All right, we are back. Smari and I, we've just finished watching the film. Now, before we start talking about the film and reviewing it, we're gonna have to do the usual spoiler alert. If you have
Spoiler?
never seen this film before and you don't want us to spoil it for you, then I suggest you would put this podcast on pause, go watch the film, and then come back and listen to our glowing review for it. But yes, before we do the review for the actual film, there are two things that I need to do before we start reviewing the film.
Alright.
First one is my a little review of Man of Steel. I decided to watch that film before I saw Batman versus Superman. I'll
Okay.
keep this very brief. Basically, I started watching the film. It was like, halfway through the film, like 20, 30 minutes. I was thinking, like, that's all right. It's not terrible. It's all right. And then that scene with the dog happened. Smouty, you know what scene I'm talking about?
I know. You mean with the
Yeah.
hurricane?
Yeah, and then I was like,
Oh.
no, this is stupendous. And that really turned me off. And then just the latter part of the film became a little bit more and more dumb, and it became kind of a Transformers film in the end, and it's like, ugh, like just kind of, there is a thing where you are using special effects way too much, and that
Yeah.
like final battle scene, it was way too much. And plus it just felt like a movie that really wanted to be like Batman Begins, but it's like the pacing seems forced. All these scenes looking back at Clark Kent when he was younger, it all
yeah.
felt so forced in. And I mean, I liked Kevin Costner in the film. I thought he was pretty good as his father. Russell Crowe was a little bit funny, but overall it was like, yeah, I probably won't watch that film again.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my quick Man of Steel review. And before we now, like, the second thing is, did you guys watch it together yesterday?
Yes.
Batman vs
we
Superman.
did.
Yes.
Which version did you see?
Oh yeah, I wanted to mention this because
Before we start reviewing, what version did you
we
watch?
watched the Ultimate Edition.
Okay, so did you see the Ultimate Edition? That was not the one in the theater, right?
No.
So
Which
you
was
were-
very fun for me because I saw a
okay.
bunch of new
Yeah.
scenes that I was
Okay.
like, oh, I
So
don't,
you'll be
I
the-
don't remember seeing
Okay,
this.
that's really good because I was hoping we all saw the same version because I didn't want to be the guy like saying, so is this in the original version? Is this in the original? Instead, it's you. You can basically tell us this was not
Yes.
in the film that I saw. Okay, so we all saw that film. Okay, so the ultimate version. All right. So, well, Egill, I'll let you decide. Do you want to hear Smári's first opinion, or do you want to hear my first opinion? Like,
Well, I wanna, I think I wanna let Smarty talk, and
okay.
of course, like I saw his sort of live reaction to a lot
Okay,
of
so you
the
know,
film.
you kind of know his reaction already.
Yeah, but so Smarty,
Okay.
what did
Alright.
you think of Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice?
It was long.
Oh boy, was it long.
Oh yes.
It was really stupid. It made no sense half the time. It was really ugly, just like from the visual standpoint. I hated the main villain, Lex Luthor. Just like he was, I don't know. They were trying to trying to make him like the Joker from the Dark Knight. Just like I can't even begin to explain. He like talks in like Ed pointed it out. He talks in like trailer quotes all the time. So he says things like what was it again? He says things like I forgot.
He says a lot of stupid things.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but
okay.
you know what? But you know what
kind
I'm
of-
talking about, like that trailer
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. I mean, you kind of took the thunder of. I would have said before I say it's a complete clusterfuck. I would have said I hate Lex Luthor. That was probably the biggest take, but yeah.
Yes.
What you don't have to worry about me liking the film. That was a dreadful film. And just, wow. Where do we begin? This is basically, we're back here. Like, where do we begin to talk about the problems of this film? Well, I mean, shall we start with.
Is there? I guess we
okay.
could start with. I have one place we can start.
Okay.
Is there anything about the film that you like?
Jeremy Irons.
All right.
I think he's a really good Alfred, actually. It's a different kind of take of Alfred, but I was like, you know what? That more of him would have been better for this film. But obviously, in a 3-hour, like this version was supposed to be the version that helped Snyder's cause. That no, this was actually what he wanted to do with the film, and that would have been, like all the Snyder fans are saying that's actually, if you've seen this film, this version, you wouldn't be criticizing the film that much. And I'm like, yeah, this is the version I saw first. I haven't seen the original film version, and yeah, it's still a pretty much of a complete clusterfuck of a film. There is way too many storylines happening at the same time. It's just like people are saying, well, you have to be open-minded, you have to pay attention. No. Like, you don't have to make films too simplistic for people to like them, but you also kind of have to wonder, like, where do you want to go with the story, right? And that's what, like, 20 minutes in, I was like, wait, where's this going? So, yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, so, you asked the good thing, I would say Jeremy Irons, his performance, and I'll give you the scene with the bomb. Kind of caught me off guard, and I was like, okay, this is interesting, but then after that, it just, went back, that was the only thing that I was like, actually, okay, interesting, what's happening here, what might happen next, and then it was like, oh no, forget about that. But,
I really like that Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill are shirtless a lot in this movie. They look sexy.
You talk about a long film and so many unnecessary scenes. The other, shall we talk? Like at the beginning, we have the slowest death scene of Bruce's parents ever. It couldn't be more slower. And then there's so many other slow motion scenes in this film. You would have thought, like, your film is pretty long. Maybe make those slow motion scenes a little bit more short. God, it took his goddamn time explaining, like showing us what really happened. But
I actually do have like one scene that I liked because it was so stupid that I thought it was fantastic.
There's maybe not a good reason you would like like the scene.
No, but I love that scene anyway. It's Batman has this dream where he's in the desert or something, and he's going to like buy some kryptonite or something on this black market or something, and then it's a setup, and a bunch of SS soldiers with the Superman logo on start shooting the guys, and then they arrest Batman, and then Superman comes and tries to kill him, and then he wakes up from the dream, and then the Flash comes and starts to say, you're right, Bruce. Lois Lane is the key. And then he wakes up again.
That was a really dumb dream scene. I mean, is that... Okay, so... It was one of many scenes that turned me off. But, like, what is for you, for example? What was the first scene for you that, like... Wait, what? Like, really took you off?
Well, that was definitely it. There was another dream, which I think was a part of the Ultimate Edition, where he dreams that like a bat monster comes out of his mom's grave.
Okay, so that was not the original film.
Yeah. But yeah,
It was
that in the movie theater, that scene was because that's a scene that was in the trailers,
Oh, okay.
and it's obvious. And then like it's just a dream sequence that doesn't really do
Yeah,
anything.
Yeah.
And it's just to reinforce like, all right, Batman is afraid of Superman.
Yeah.
How many
Wow.
scenes do we need where the movie tells us Batman is afraid of Superman?
Yeah. So I mean, I I really don't like this version of Batman. Let's start there. I mean, obviously, I'm a Dark Knight fan, and I mean, I was also a Batman. I mean, I was a Michael Keaton fan. I love those films, even though they're not related to the comic books. And apparently, this Batman version is related to some of the comic books. I'm like, yeah, fine. It's just. Like I said before, I'm not a comic book fan of Batman. I'm a huge fan of the films and especially some of the video games that I have. But yeah, that thing the first thing that really what really bothered me was what he burns his. What was it? Yeah. He marks his criminals with his Batman icon. Burns them. Yeah, burns it on them.
Yeah.
Like cattle. Like, what? And then one of them was like killed because he was marked with the Batman.
Which is never explained why.
No, not explained, and just like that's a horrible thing to see. This happened because Batman did that actually to the guy, and it's like, wait, what? There's nothing.
Also, I think it's funny. Like, it's really funny. I really like all the scenes where Batman fucking murders a bunch of people.
So in the then the dream scene, he's like using guns, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, like in his fight scenes, he's like just like. Like he got the guy down and punched him once, and then he punches him again, and then he punches him again.
Yeah.
And then he stabbed the guy in a knife, and then
There was he broke some guy's neck with a huge crate.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, and he stabbed the guy. Remember?
Yeah,
that?
stabbed the guy and then like throws it and shot.
Because
the,
this is a hardcore. This is a dark and edgy Batman.
Yeah, no, I call him Fat Man. He was just fat. He's supposed to be a big, strong version of Batman. No, he kind of looked when he had the mask on. He looked like a really obese guy. It's like it really took me out of the is that Batman? It doesn't seem size-wise. It doesn't look like him. He's supposed to be this stealth ninja, like he's trained to hide in the dark and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't.
What do you
work
think
when
of
you're fighting.
Superman?
I don't have that much of a problem with Superman as I did with most of the characters in this film. And I know you were talking about he is kind of gloom, sad, and some of his like some of the things that are not explained at all, like. Also in Man in Steel, the dream sequences when he's talking to someone who's not there, or it's like, and all the another thing, Zack Snyder, I got it. You're religious or something. It's all about religion here and there. Got it. Wow.
Wait, Johan, are you telling me that
you
Superman?
get it? Superman is Jesus.
No,
Did you get it, guys?
goodness, yes.
Did you hear it? Superman is Jesus.
And now there's.
Or maybe he's the devil.
And apparently there are now leaked photos of the Joker. Who's the guy who played Joker in Suicide Squad?
Jared Leto?
Yeah. Now he's showing up as like Jesus look-alike. Just like I don't know what force message is being brought into the film there. It's just it just comes up so stupid, and I just and we haven't even begun talking about the main villain, who is one of the worst villains I can remember. The minute Lex Luthor started talking, like, what is this?
Yeah.
I think the idea, and this is like me thinking what they wanted to do rather than what we see, is like he's supposed to be a sort of a new industry, like tech startup, like kind of millionaire.
Basically,
Yeah.
hey, can you do that Social Network performance again? Just as Lex Luthor. It's like, it's like Mark Zuckerberg. Like, it became. Honestly, didn't you look at him and think he was like more like a Riddler type?
Yeah, or something like that. But like the
Or a
thing is,
Joker
like he
type,
does not look like he does not look like a character, like an industrialist, like an investor guy.
So I thought to myself, is my prior image of these characters ruining this movie? Is it ruining this movie to have a chance to impress me? Because the characters are so different, right? Like, if I had no knowledge of the Dark Knight or this old Superman films, would I actually like the characters in this film? So Batman could be debatable, right? But I don't think, if I've never seen Gene Hackman, I would still think that this Lex Luthor was a pathetic performance. But I just thought back to what a genius Gene Hackman was in that role in the old Superman films, and then.
Oh yeah, there were a couple of times during when we were watching it where I would start humming the old Superman theme. Like, because it's such a contrast.
Oh God, is it? I mean,
Also,
yes.
what the fuck was Lex Luthor's plan in the movie? Like,
so it's his.
What was he trying to do?
So he's so upset with the idea of Superman, like this god-like figure, and like I'm wondering what was all that, and that really was never explained. What in the end, what he was trying to get from that ship, other than make that humongous monster out of General what is it, Zod?
Yeah, General Zod.
Yeah. Who, by the way, I mean, that villain was a much better villain in Man of Steel, but to see him, come back as this deformed monster, it was pretty. I would rather see him resurrected or something. Something with a little bit more brain into it, I suppose.
He came back as the rejected troll from Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. Oh, so Superman is now just fighting some monster from the Middle Earth, basically. Because I wasn't. It's not another famous villain character, is it?
I think it's
just a
supposed to
deformed.
be.
Is it now? My knowledge of comic books is really not that much. I don't really, especially Superman. I don't really know that many Superman villains. Do you?
No.
Not really. I know all the Batman villains. They're really common, and you know a lot about them. But who the hell are the Superman villains outside of Lex Luthor? It's obviously General,
Zod.
And in the Man of Steel, they tried to kind of reenact that with the girl and the big guy, but I mean, like, it's so funny now seeing Man of Steel and afterwards thinking, it was a pretty stupid film. Now I'm actually looking back like, well, it was definitely better than this one.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean,
So like this, this movie is also like this movie is like the first. No, not the first. It's like them trying to build their DC comic book
that is the mistake
universe.
of this film. That is the huge mistake in this film. And honestly, we'll have this discussion later, but about the franchising thing and stuff like with just comic book films in general. But what a mistake! It's just you have this main kind of storyline between Batman and Superman, but then you're forced to look at Wonder Woman, start looking at a file of these different what was it, mega humans, or I can't what was the name of the
The meta-human
meta-humans,
project.
that is correct.
By the way, let's
So forced
stop the movie so a character can look at a computer.
Yes, that I'm talking about that scene.
Yeah, exactly.
So he cracked, by the way, he cracked some code. Look, Lex Luthor, Batman, right?
Yes.
He cracked something and was able to access his files, right? And Google searched, was it the White Portuguese or something? The White
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that. Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, the White, yeah, the White Portuguese, something like that. And and it was just a ship, right?
Yes.
And I was like,
It was the
wait,
ship carrying the kryptonite.
Exactly. And I was like, hang on. Ben, so I'm going to call him Ben. Fat Man. He already knew the name, but didn't know what it stood for. Like, he couldn't just search before he had this, before he hacked into Lex Luthor's system. He wasn't able to try to look for the white, for that name himself and maybe stumble
No, I
onto
think
a
he
ship
found that
record
in
or something.
I think he found that in Lex Luthor's database.
I'm just saying,
which
he
was-
found it in that database, but you would have thought, oh, after it was this ship, but it's like, hang on, with you're Bruce Wayne Enterprise. You already have probably access to databases of ship records or whatever, and you could have easily found something about the white. I thought there were many plot holes as well in this film. And maybe
like
you
the
notice
fact that-
plot
Yeah.
holes when you're getting annoyed about a film.
Yeah, exactly. I also really like the scene where Bruce Wayne goes into the server room that's next to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the manor was already torn down, or like he didn't live in the manor anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a completely different storyline for this Batman character. I get it. You want to do your own thing, fine. But it's like, I don't know. Could you?
Smari,
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you want to talk about the best scene in the movie?
Which scene was that?
It was the scene where you looked at me and you said, "This is the dumbest shit," and you started laughing a lot.
Are you talking about near the end?
Yes.
All right. Are we going?
So,
okay. Let's go to the
yeah.
end. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
Because Johan,
we'll just move back later on. But
Johan, you
yeah,
were talking about the beginning of the movie, like the most drawn out scene of Bruce Wayne's parents getting killed.
Yeah, I know, and all. Yeah, I know where you're going with this. So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, all right, yeah. So stuff happens in the movie, and eventually Batman and Superman start to get out, start fighting, and Batman has a bunch of kryptonite weapons, so he's managed to overpower Superman, and this takes this kryptonite spear, and is about to kill him, and then Superman says, "I gotta save Martha."
No,
Why did you say that name?
So
Because their mothers both share the same name,
Yeah.
so it's like I heard about this like from memes and stuff, but when you actually see it in the movie in context, it's so stupid.
I know that one was really bad. But
Yeah.
I at that point I had already thought, okay, this stupid movie is just way too stupid, and that I kind of heard something about that scene before. I think something I saw on the internet as well.
Yeah.
And then actually, because I was wondering, actually at the beginning I was wondering, why did Thomas Wayne say Martha? It was not like I was thinking that back then, right at the beginning of the, why is he saying that? Why wouldn't he say Like usually, I would have thought the image would be like Thomas was trying to talk to his father, to Bruce, and say everything's going to be all right, don't worry, or something.
Yeah.
While he's dying, but like, yeah, he said Martha. Yeah, I was like, what? What's that all about? And then, wouldn't you know, there was a reason for that, and
Also, Superman calls his mother by her first name, which is like, who does that?
Save Martha. Yeah, and then
Also, by the way,
all
I
is
want to
well
put into
between the
context,
two of
that's
them.
the scene.
Yes.
That's the scene where I'm in the theater and this like supposedly dramatic scene happens and I
you
start
started
laughing
laughing.
out loud.
So that's the first scene when you start laughing.
No.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
well, I'm already like thinking this is dumb and I'm like having a
Okay.
fun time, but that's like me in the theater, like watching it when it came out. And like this is supposed to be a dramatic scene and it's like,
Yes, I
oh,
know.
this is the scene. And then all of a sudden I just like you can imagine like sitting in the theater and then like someone in the front and like close to the front row just starts belting out. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why. Oh my goodness. Like that's again just like who isn't reading that script and saying, "Wait a second. Wait. So Bruce Fat Man is almost going to kill Superman and he mentions his mother who has the same name as his mother and then all of a sudden there's this turnaround, especially when he yells at her, why did you say her name? And then Lois Lane, of course, is on the spot. That Lois Lane is also annoying. They're all annoying. All the versions of, yeah. And it's funny that you mentioned, like, Superman being annoying. Actually, come to think of it, when I look at all the characters in this film, he kind of, I mean,
I did not say
have
that. I did not
less
say that
problems
Superman.
with him than most of the characters.
I did not say that Superman was annoying. I said that he was like a depressing
Yeah, depressed.
Superman.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Which
I
is
mean,
that
the depressing thing. Is
I
a really
think
annoying,
that I think that
Yeah.
Superman like all right, you can do different versions of Superman and Superman
Sure.
stories, but I think that the best version of Superman is like, you know, is the what Michael Reeves? Isn't that his name? No,
yeah. Christopher
No,
Reeve.
Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeves.
You want to really? By the way, just you want to hear a really bad joke?
Sure.
Yeah.
There's the. Do you know Karnak? That this is way before our time. But, no, Karnak is it called? On the Tonight Show with who's the guy before Jay Leno? Famous comedian, famous TV show host. God damn it!
Conan O'Brien.
No, before Jay Leno. This is way before. Like this is like in the early
Johnny
90s.
Carson?
Yeah. One more time.
Johnny Carson?
Johnny Carson. That's the one. And he had that Karnak thing when he would say a name or something, and then he would read the card and then see what the you know what it was written about, and the joke is Christopher Walken, and then he looks at the card and says, "What's something you never see at the Reeve house?" So that's my bad joke.
All right.
May rest in peace, Chris.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve.
Yes. But
yeah.
I mentioned that because like my Batman is like, you know, a tortured hero. He's like, you know,
Right,
serious.
right.
I think that like having Superman be like the good, like a good hero who's like trying his best and being like, I'm here to save the day. It's like, remember to eat your greens and
Yeah.
you know, I think
Isn't that the reason why like these guys are supposed to like have this rivalry in like the comics because they have like these opposite ideologies,
Yeah.
but now they're just both.
But it, like I said, it felt the rivalry, rivalry between them felt really forced. Like all of a sudden, Clark Kent was really annoyed by the fact that Batman was doing all these things in Gotham City, and he didn't want to talk about the football team. He just wanted to talk about this vigilante and get rid of him. But
remember the scene where the car chase where Batman is chasing down the kryptonite. He doesn't get the kryptonite because
Yes,
Superman
yes.
stops him.
Yeah. He stops in and like, you've been warned or something. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the point of that scene?
Just, this is the beginning of them fighting, and do you bleed or whatever? And I think this is worse that he has a mic. Just like even though you would have a mic, you would still there's like, where's the speaker? Where's the voice? I mean, the original voice is still coming out of your mouth. It's just like,
Yeah.
He
has it like around his throat thing.
Yeah, just change your voice. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, I know that people made fun of the Christian Bale voice, but I thought it was far better than this crap. So, yeah.
I actually think my favorite, like, Batman changing his voice is actually Kevin Conroy from the cartoons.
Yeah.
Because
he's a really good Batman, yes.
Yeah, because he, you can hear the difference, but he doesn't put on a monster voice when he's Batman, but he sounds a lot more serious. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, like, he, he does more lightful, like, voice when he's Clark Kent. No, when he's Bruce Wayne. Sorry. Bruce Wayne. But then, he goes to this serious depth of voice, but never goes this way, just like...
Yeah, he doesn't go growl.
He changes characters when he's changing his voice. That's basically it.
Yeah.
And he's really good in the Arkham games as well, and just a superb performance by him. And yeah, I mean, sorry, Ben Affleck, just like, you were not working for me, and maybe I'm biased or something, but it just like I just felt so forced, because the goal was to start the Justice League basically from that film, which is why Wonder Woman just showed up and has her own theme song. Did you notice that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's the theme song for Wonder Woman. You will hear this from now on when she shows up.
Also, that last fight scene is way too fucking long.
Oh God, yes, and it's just
there was like an hour left of the movie where Superman and Batman meet up and start fighting.
And that's another really bad thing. I'm getting bored, and I'm looking at the time. I'm like moving my mouse and saying, okay, how much time is left? How much time is left? And it's like, I can't believe there's that much time left. Is it there? Where's the conclusion coming? When is it coming? And then when Superman is dead, and all the scenes after that, they're too long as well. Like, they go back to Lois Lane with her, like, hand in the dirt. Like, wait, you're going back to that scene? You just talked to Lex Luthor in the prison? You're going back there? Like, what?
Yeah, it's because Jesus died.
Oh, yeah.
And
But
this
apparently
is
he's back in
important.
Justice League?
Yeah,
right?
I guess, but
I don't know why.
Yeah, well, I mean, apparently so, but who knows? Like, who gives a shit? I'm not even going to watch that film. I will not allow a review of Justice League, nor the Zack Snyder Justice League on this podcast, because I'm kind of annoyed you made me watch this film.
I was thinking to myself, because you decided to watch Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman together. So I was thinking, God, he's gonna be really tired by the end of this.
Yeah. Oh my. It's because I don't know. The Star Wars thing was different because because obviously I was watching a lot of films before it started, but it was films that I knew about, and then I kind of wanted to see the conclusion to the new trilogy, because, like I said, I didn't really mind Last Jedi, and Force Awakens was a little bit it was boring, but I thought, I don't mind seeing an end to the storyline, even though it's really bad.
Those movies are colorful.
Maybe hold into some hope it being a good film. This one is just like, I've already kind of decided I was never going to get into the Justice League or this new Batman character or everything, knowing what I knew before. So, knowing that, and then seeing it was like, why am I doing this to myself? So, and here's the other.
Because I told you
yeah,
to.
yeah, I know. Is there anything else you want to say about the film itself, or can I start with my final point? I mean, if there's anything you can think of, real quick,
Like
we haven't
outside,
mentioned.
outside all like these small, the small problems and like just the script that
a
doesn't
lot
make
of
sense.
small problems. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, because there's like a lot of like small scene. There's just so much like. There's so much fat on this movie that you can just trim away,
I know.
and it would
it's
probably make it better.
I know. It's a 3-hour film that, like, I was like, there's so many things you don't need in this film. Even though you're starting this Justice League, you know, honestly, Wonder Woman just showing up all of a sudden without having all the other, you know, looking at the computer screen, that would have actually been, you know, I think that would have been a better solution. I mean, we would have been like, Wonder Woman, what the fuck? But, I mean, that was painful when she had to look at the computer. Oh, here's Aquaman, and here's... oh,
Yeah.
it's such a
And that's also like, and
painfully
that's like
forced
one of the
setup.
things where
Look at this.
like,
Here is our universe coming.
Yeah,
yeah.
But think about it like this. So it's a 3-hour movie, which is way too long, and there's not a scene that explains why Lex Luthor is doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, at the end, I don't know. Is he back in Justice League? I have no idea. I don't have no reason to. I don't really want to watch it, but. Like,
Well,
yeah,
as I understood it, like he got a bunch of like from the ship, he got like information and knowledge, and now like he knows that the aliens are coming and whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I fucking hate Lex Luthor in this movie.
Oh yeah, it was god awful, and just like, and here and okay, I'll just make my point then. So I told you about my Twitter page. For some reason, there's a shitload of Snyder fans. And people really seem to love this film in particular. And
well, you can see why, right?
I'm just
Yes,
yeah, I
definitely.
can see why. I'm guessing these people are a little bit younger than me, like 10 years younger or something. let's say they're in their 20s, right? And they've been seeing these films as teenagers. They are not really. They don't really know anything else about cinema. It's just been, what is the last 10 years? It's just been comic book films and, you know, Transformers films, and it's just like the same shit. And when you compare shit with shit, you just think, oh, this is pretty good shit. Isn't this what that's the only reason why people seem to like these films. I'm comparing it to films that I saw 20, 30 years ago, and I'm like, what kind of a script is this? What kind of a dialogue? Who are these characters? What kind of acting is this? Like, honestly, it's just these made for China films have really ruined the film experience. It's made for China, right?
Yeah.
That's another reason, right?
Well,
That's another particular reason.
I don't think it's specifically made for China. It's just
No,
made
not,
for like mass
I'm obviously
market
joking.
appeal.
But, well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just maybe,
I'd say the Transformers movies, some of them
For
are
sure,
specifically made for the Chinese market.
specifically the fourth one, which was just a complete travesty. It was a disgusting film. So yeah, this could have been so much better. Actually, that's the other annoying thing. I'm kind of watching this and seeing what you could have done better. It's
Also, this is like the idea of a movie where Batman fights Superman. It has been like a thing that people have talked about for like a long time.
yeah. I
Just
honestly,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, and then it finally comes out. It's like this huge train wreck that.
Yeah. It never really. I honestly think the idea doesn't really work with them in the same universe. It's just like, do you really see them in the same universe as like the Avengers?
no, not at all.
No. But then again, I haven't seen any of the Avengers films. Well, no, wait. I saw the first Avenger film without really seeing much of other Marvel films, and I kind of thought it was stupid. And you probably disagree.
I've seen one of them,
Yeah.
but like,
I think-
yeah,
I think
I
it's,
want to.
It was the first one. It was the one where
Well, Loki is the bad guy.
yeah, Loki is the bad guy.
Like I'm on the same boat as you, Johan. I just do not care about the superhero movies like
Yeah,
at all.
I honestly, I don't really
Like-
want to watch more of these films anymore. The way they're
No.
structured, they kind of, it seems like everyone wants to try to do the same kind of a film, with the big third act, with the big fighting like this. Where's the like really unexpected film out there? Where's the next Kaiser Sose?
It's not coming. Well, it's definitely not coming from Hollywood these days.
No, God, no. I think.
What, you want to make a modestly budgeted movie that just makes its money back?
Or at least see something new? Can we try that at least? But yeah. So, anyways, I think I've given up on talking about this film.
Yeah. This
was more annoying than the Skywalker thing, because I found myself laughing about some of the idiocy in that fucking film, but this was just like, ugh, it's just irritating.
Well, yes.
So, yeah.
Well, now you know.
So the streak continues. It was a film that you thought it was bad, and we definitely thought it was bad, right, Marty?
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, do you know? There's one thing that after me and Smari finished watching
Yes.
the movie,
Yeah.
I put on the intro for Batman: Mask of the Phantasm.
Oh yes. Now that
Which was
is a
like-
good film.
Yeah, and I was just like, I need a little bit of palate cleanser, and like that intro, that gives me shivers every time I hear it. It's
is
so good.
That is one of my favorite animation.
We also
animated films ever. Yeah.
listen to the original Batman theme from 1989. Like, but it's just like.
Yeah. We needed something
Yeah.
like, oh, we need a palate cleanser. We need to
It's
like
not-
wash this movie off.
But the thing is, it's there is maybe still hope somewhere. I mean, the Joker film was really original in my opinion, and you guys haven't seen it, but I mean that might be an interesting, watch this episode. And then you know, there's another Batman film coming out, but it seems like that one is going to be completely different from what we just saw. I mean, yeah.
I mean, like that's
Should
the
we
thing.
give-
I don't. I'm
I'll
always
stay
willing. I'm
hopeful.
always willing to watch
Yeah.
a good movie. I don't care if it's a superhero movie or not. Like,
Well, yeah, you can, but that's definitely a good point. You kind of want to see some good films, and it doesn't always have to be around fucking, comic book characters. Come on, like, can we just like, get another film about, no, Schindler's List would be a really bad, really bad idea.
what? Schindler's List, the
Two,
remake
yeah.
of Schindler's List. I
No,
don't. That's probably the worst
Now
idea
Schindler is
ever.
on the list himself.
Schindler's List 2, The Return
I
of
would
the
like
Nazis.
I'd like to apologize to people that find this offensive.
Oh god.
Never mind. All right. There's nothing more to say, is there?
No.
I think we've covered everything, right? I didn't like Batman. I like Jeremy Irons. Definitely didn't like Lex Luthor. And Wonder Woman.
I like Henry Cavill. I don't like this Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's well, actually, I also think it's just the script was unfair to him, not letting him talk a little bit. Like, come on.
Oh yeah.
What the hell? Like, he's there. He can now finally explain himself in front of the Congress. Was it Congress? Yeah, it was Congress, right?
Yeah.
Never mind. Zack Snyder snacks. I'm going straight after this is published. I'm going straight to my Twitter wall and just like, unfollow. If you think this guy is a genius or whatever you say.
No,
Enough
you
of
don't
this crap.
understand. Zack Snyder is
You ever read the comic book? Who do you think you are?
It's supposed to symbolize Jesus.
I think my favorite tweet is like Zack Snyder is like, I want to make comic book movies for grown-ups. And it's like, okay, Zack Snyder. Okay.
Stop. Stop. He said that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, then he's a complete fucking idiot. And on that note, that's the end of this episode of the JLR podcast network, the JLR podcast network. Let's see. Hopefully, the next What's This episode will be a little bit more fun. I demand a good film next time.
Yes.
These bad film episodes are really, they can really affect my mind. But okay. Until then, thanks again. Well, should I really thank you for introducing this film to me?
You don't have to thank me for this one.
Well, thanks for
I'll thank him.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for participating at least, and hopefully we'll have something fun for you in the future, something more entertaining. God, I hope so. All right. All right, guys. It's time to say goodbye, and then we'll see you guys next time. Yes. Bye bye. Bye bye.